Lewis is going to join us. He was able to get a seat in that courtroom. Max, what do we know?
Okay, it is guilty. Guilty on count 1, count 2, count 3, and count 4.
Richard Allen, you just saw it there, found guilty in the Delphi murders trial. This verdict comes nearly 8 years after the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German.
This afternoon, the jury in the Delphi murders trial returned their verdict. Richard Allen guilty on both counts of felony murder and both counts of murder. Sentencing will be on December 20th.
CBS 4 has team coverage for you right now at 5. Our Bob Donaldson joins us live to begin that team coverage tonight. Good evening, Bob.
Good evening, Chelsea. Good evening, Eric. The scene out here outside the Carroll County Courthouse is already dramatically different than it was this morning. The streets have been opened. The police, the crowd, they have all dispersed. That verdict itself arrived very suddenly today, just after 2:30 this afternoon, and after 19 hours of deliberations over 14 days. Now, again, here is the full verdict against Richard Allen. Allen is guilty of 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of felony murder, both counts for each of the victims. In this case, felony murder applies to the act of kidnapping Abby Williams and Libby German before their deaths. We'll talk more about what's coming up next in the case, but first we want to check in with CBS 4's Max Lewis. He was one of the few reporters who was in that courtroom when that verdict was announced. First of all, Max, what was the reaction from Richard Allen when that verdict was read?
Yeah, so once, we went guilty, 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 and they polled the jury, Richard Allen really didn't have any reaction at all that I could see from my vantage point. Obviously, he is facing away from us, but had no outburst of any kind, no reaction. At one point, he did turn back to his family members, and he mouthed something along the lines of, "It's okay," or "Are you okay?" or something like that before he was taken out in handcuffs.
What about the rest of the courtroom? Was there any reaction from any of the spectators?
Yeah, there was definitely reaction, especially from both families, because there are 2 families, or 3 families affected by this, really. You have the family of Abby Williams and Libby German. There was, sort of an outburst, small outburst, I would say, when the first guilty count came down, and they began to, cry and sort of fell forward, because obviously this is a moment they have been waiting for nearly 8 years. I was sitting in back of Richard Allen's family, who, clearly devastated. They began to cry. They began to hug, console each other, because, their family member likely going to prison for the rest of his life. But Abby and Libby's family obviously very overjoyed to finally have the justice they've been looking for.
So we have not heard from any of the attorneys involved in the case. That gag order still in effect until sentencing.
Yeah, and we were hoping to possibly hear from the families and as well as state police and the attorneys. We didn't hear any of that. The gag order is in effect until after that December 20th sentencing date. We did speak to the families very briefly. They said they're going to take this all in. Of course, we hope to speak with them after that sentencing.
All right, CBS 4's Max Lewis there in the courtroom when that verdict was read. We're going to have much more reaction from the community of Delphi itself later in this newscast. But now we want to continue our coverage with our legal analyst, John Tompkins, who joins us. All right, talk about what's coming up next in the case, John. We do have that sentencing on December 20th.
Right, so both sides will work very hard to put on sentencing presentations. The state to try to present aggravators for an increased sentence, the defense to try to present mitigators to get the minimum sentence, which in this case is at least 45 years on 2 counts of murder. I think that the 2 felony murder counts will collapse for double jeopardy purposes, and there will just be sentencing on the 2 murders.
And we're looking at, 45 years for each one of those counts then as a minimum?
As a minimum, that is correct.
Okay. What then would happen as far as the appeals process, which we assume is going to be coming?
Sure. The appeal will start with a notice of appeal being filed within 30 days of that December 20th date. The whole record, both the clerk's portion of the record and the transcripts, will be prepared in the days following that notice of appeal, and then the briefing process will begin.
So, John, you've been following this case very, very closely. What is your main takeaway from the guilty verdict today and the job that jury did?
Well, I think it's important to respect the jury and respect their verdict. There will be disagreements over whether the jury was allowed to hear everything they should have been allowed to hear, or whether they shouldn't have heard some of the things they were allowed to hear. That's for the appellate process. But this jury worked hard with the evidence that they were allowed to see, and they believe in their verdict. Respect that. If you want to challenge the outcome, it's what they were allowed to see, not how hard that jury worked.
there are many people who are calling this a momentous day in this case, but in one sense, this is just another day in this case, because this case will probably continue for what, years to come?
I'm sure for years to come. And remember, the original theory was 2 perpetrators. So down the road, we could see, even if you believe Mr. Allen is guilty, a second perpetrator, additional proceedings in that, or a challenge, certainly a challenge, even after the appeals.
On such a high-profile case as this one, many people will be making assumptions about the entire legal system based upon what they've seen in this case. This case was very unusual and very unique in many cases, in many instances. So is it difficult to draw any type of assumptions about the legal system based upon the Delphi case?
This case is unique in so many ways that people should not think it looks like a normal case. There were 2 prosecutors over the course of years. There was a years-long investigation. There was a special judge, special case, special judge. There was a jury from out of the county. There was a sequestered jury. All of those things individually are highly unusual.
All right. Our legal analyst, CBS 4's John Tompkins. John, thank you for all of your insight today. So again, coming up later in this newscast, we're going to be bringing you reaction from the town here in Delphi. This is a case that this town has been dealing with for almost 8 years now. We'll hear what they have to say about the verdict. But for now, let's send it back to Chelsea and Eric.
All right, Bob, thank you so much for your live coverage out there.
Again, if you are just joining us, Richard Allen has been found guilty on all counts in the Delphi murders trial. CBS 4 will bring you continuing coverage of this breaking story on air and online. You can always find more coverage and updates online at cbs4indy.com/Delphi.
And our